She's
We
passed
always
away
said
now.
the Lord's house was
You
a
met her sister. She
house
came
for
to the
fat
house
people.
a couple
'Cause
times.
there were a lot of big people
Emma
there.
Benning, the black principal.
Pastor Mike's daddy was a huge man.
Tall black.
And beautiful, and I just loved him to pieces.
Very well spoken.
And there were other people there that were great big fat people, but they were so nice.
You love your doggy?
You know, the thing is that if you're inviting somebody to your house, it's not like they didn't know what you and John looked like before you got to the house.
Not only that, but I mean, we sat on their old furniture all the time. And nobody ever said, in fact, I can remember Jim telling me to try out his chair. And I said, nah, it's all right now. Because I was always sitting where I sat. That's
Yeah.
what I like to sit.
Did you
And then to get the new chair and say,
You can't sit.
did you say Uncle Grandpa became born again?
no, no. I said he just felt a peacefulness and he thought Marty had been praying for him. So, and he died, not long after that. So, Marty just assumes that he's in heaven. And what about all those bedside confessions? When somebody's dying and they become born again on their deathbed. They're in heaven. Everybody said, well, he's in heaven. He accepted the Lord on his deathbed. Well, then what about this person and that person who's accepted the Lord so many years ago, but isn't perfect? I mean, none of us are perfect. Give me a break,
I am.
Yeah, right.
John's perfect.
That's a big...
Perfect.
Amen, brother.
And he's German. Jawohl, das ist richtig.
That's a prerequisite.
Yep, that and Polish. And American Indian, Jin. My 165th or
I don't even
35th.
remember what... Uncle Marty knows what we were, but I don't remember.
You said Grandpa's grandma?
Yeah?
I can figure that out.
My mother's... No.
Your
My
dad's.
dad's mother was Indian. She had a lot of Indian blood in her. I don't know what else she was, but...
And the grandma was in that one picture. She's the Indian. That's what you said.
Oh, I don't remember.
You said Grandpa's grandma was an Indian.
Yeah. Was Indian.
Oh, well, so that makes it even thinner.
Yeah.
So my 135th, which I 34th, is now gone to 164th to 120. Well, my left eyeball is Cherokee Indian.
Cherokee, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
They all say Cherokee though, so who knows?
Well,
Especially if it's around here. Well, actually, the Cherokees did come up to Ohio, but not Michigan. It would be Huron or Ottawa. It's most likely in Michigan.
She was from Indiana.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
Shawnee. It could be Huron though. Still. Ottawan. Well, Ottawa. That's Pontiac. You went over to Indiana. Yeah. Who knows? Injun. But it could be from the plains, too.
French.
The Indians from the
It's like
plains
we
probably.
all have a different idea of what we are.
I know.
Well, we are French. We have French.
Yeah. French.
But
Irish, German.
I've always heard it came up from Canada, by way of Canada. That's what I was told by somebody.
Not me, because I didn't know.
French is on your side,
I'm Aryan.
because Dad's just English,
Polish.
German, and Polish.
German? No. He's English and Polish.
I'm trying to speak that.
No. He's German because Grandpa spoke German.
Oh, then he's German and Polish.
German and English and Polish.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I know that one.
Yeah. Right.
But I figure I always just go 1/4 English,
I never even used to tell
one
people I was
quarter
German.
German,
I'm so ashamed of it.
1/4 English, 1/4 German, and 1/2
Because of Hitler.
Polish.
Poor Hitler.
You never wanted to say you were German?
I would never tell people I was German. I was
Was-
ashamed of it.
Can you imagine? So was my sister. Can you imagine coming here in 1949 and being a German family?
John.
My sister
Well,
and
him. His
Yeah, they
parents
went
were
through
German.
that.
yeah, but he wasn't he
You've
born
told
here?
us.
His parents.
Wasn't he born here?
Yeah, yeah.
And how long ago?
After
were his
World War
parents born
One,
here or in Germany?
People had
I don't know.
John, were your parents born in Germany or here?
Here.
no here.
So
Yeah.
they all
And
spoke
everybody
English.
else-
They were already assimilated
Yeah.
into the neighborhood.
Everybody else in the county was German.
Yeah.
But here, my parents came here and spoke no English. They only spoke German,
Yeah.
and people understood that accent.
Yep.
So when that's why my sister to this day doesn't speak German as well as I, because she was afraid to. She didn't want to be associated with that.
Yeah.
Because they made fun of us. I mean, there was one boy on the block. It was his goal to kill me before I was 10. He threw ice balls at me with rocks in them, broke my glasses, cut my face up, threw me in a briar patch in shorts. I was cut from head to foot. Dumped me in a pool when I was 7 and
Jeez.
couldn't swim still. Tried to drown me. I mean, it was not easy growing up just because I was German.
Yeah.
And so when my mom became a citizen, my sister and I went with her, and my sister went behind the counter and she pulled the guy by the jacket. She goes, hey mister, you don't have to worry about me. I'm an American like you. Only those two are DPs.
Oh, your sister said. Oh my goodness.
Because she was born here?
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But she tried to defend me one time with the briar bush thing. She went and got this big branch she found somewhere, and she was dragging it down the street. It was bigger and heavier than her. And my mother goes, "Where are you going with that?" She goes, "I'm gonna go beat up Butchie because he hurt my sister." But Butchie died in his early 30s.
Didn't you? You told me that your dad had trouble. Not trouble, but there was a lot of after World War One, there was a lot of anti-German feelings. So you told me something about that.
Where I was from, everybody in the
No.
county
Everyone was German.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I got it mixed up with something else.
Yeah, you must, because I've never heard that.
My dad
In
couldn't
fact,
speak
he was
English.
he lived amongst a bunch of Jews,
Oh yeah,
and they treated him very well.
like a family.
Yeah.
What was the thing about the submarines? Your dad used to go down.
Yeah, he used to try. His dad was a real gawker, and he loved tragedies.
Go down
So
to the Atlantic City,
yeah, go down and watch the
watch the
submarine.
submarines. It's true.
Yeah, I know, you told me that many times.
The U.S. Navy were sinking U-boats. What were they doing?
Not every U-boats that would patrol the ship path, or whatever they call those
Shipping lanes.
shipping lanes.
And you went to see where the Hindenburg went down, and
Yeah.
when the Johnson,
Rather than coming to see me born in the hospital, he went down to see the Hindenburg.
when the floods were in
Allentown,
Johnstown,
Johnstown.
yeah. He took Jan to see the floods.
Still going to see all the tragedies.
No wonder you're so warped.
That sounds like fun, actually.
It was to him.
Yeah, that's cool. You saw history.
Yeah, with my dad.
If he was here today, you'd be in Oklahoma City
Really?
looking at that tornado mess, and you would have saw Katrina. Doggy. Oh, Sammy boy.
Girl.
Sammy girl. Was your other Sammy a boy?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why.
yep. I call her a boy. Jen calls her a boy all the time, too.
You're gonna get zapped. She'll figure it out in no time and shut up. She has to be quick about it.
Yeah, that's when I think that I have to hit the thing and then wait.
She said you give her a warning of the beep,
Yeah.
and then when she'll hear the beep, like that's my warning. Keep yapping, zap. She did jump back and stop that last time. Like, what the hell's that? I'm getting zap. Maybe I'll just shut my mouth. Sooner or later she'll figure it out. when you're alone and someone's at the door, she'll really figure it out fast. Oh, the good little girl.
What a baby. She's such a baby.
Good little girl.
Oh, baby.
Your mama's baby.
So why were you such a bully when you were a kid?
I was never a bully.
That's
Why
what
did
I
you
always
say I was a
heard.
bully?
Cause
What?
your brother and said you always used to beat him up.
Oh, he did not.
Yeah, Uncle Jim.
I never did
Constantly,
beat him.
yeah.
You're full of...
That's what he said to me.
You lie.
Used to pick on me,
You lie.
beat up my friends, steal my food.
He used to come over to Betty Lou's. Want to see me fall down the stairs?
He could have been a quadriplegic, dummy.
And
He'd roll down it?
Yeah. He'd say, watch this. And he'd fall down the stairs. Thank God they were carpeted. I was so proud of it.
Mm.
He was a cute little guy.
Did he play sports?
No, I don't think so. He was a fisherman.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, he loved to fish.
Well, when a little kid, he was a fisherman?
Oh, yeah. 13 on his bike, drive out to Farmington to go to Grandma's.
Oh, shit.
He'd stop at the
Grandma Werner's?
cemetery, yeah, and he'd go over to the cemetery and fish in the pond at the cemetery. Like, where are you?
Wait, I might have fished there when I was skipping school. Where in Farmington?
Probably. On Beach, I think it is, and 10 Mile.
We used to go through there. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah,
We used to go through there when we'd skip school.
that's where my baby's buried. That's where...
Mary's
Grandma's
baby
buried.
in Farmington?
No, it's not in Farmington.
Wait, what am I thinking? You said 10 Mile and
Beach.
Beach. That's Southfield. Or Farmington.
Yeah, I think it's Southfield.
It's right at the border.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's where we used to go.
No. I'm trying to think of the name of the the cemetery. I want to say Holy Sepulchre, but I'm not sure that's right.
Yeah. I never fished there, though. We had another place.
God, I can't remember.
Wing Lake. We speared the spawning up along the side, huge in threes, carp.
Oh, yeah.
And we took a pitchfork out of someone's, couple of pitchforks on it, and we were like, who's got the biggest one? Oh my God, we were sick.
God.
Poor little carp. And then we'd throw them back in, bleeding.
Oh, God.
And they became food for some other fish,
Jeez.
organisms at the bottom of the lake. Oh my God. Could end up in jail for that crap. What we did for stealing. I remember one time we took a canoe and took it across the lake and then just left it there. And this guy I cooked with, who was Lebanese, he fell out. I saved his life. Couldn't swim. Lost his watch. I said, calm down, and I was not going in after him. But I got over to him really quick, and he was able to hold on. And the whole edge of this lake was swampy. You couldn't swim out of this lake. But there was a dock.
Oh,
And I calmly took him over to the dock as I paddled over.
wow.
Because I thought, if I go in, he's way bigger than me. Big guy. He would have taken me down with him. Because he was freaking out, panicking.
I bet.
He was going under. And I was like, I got the boat back over to him. He stood up to pee and he started to wiggle and fell out.
God. Do you know who saved Racey's life? Jake. My old boyfriend. My first love.
Really? How'd that
Yeah,
happen?
we were out at Kent Lake. All of us, him and his wife, and Betty Lou, and a bunch of us. And Racy had gone in the water, and she was just little, and she had got out too far. And when I looked, she was bouncing, but she was going under. It was like, oh my God! And I started to run towards her, and Jake just dove and grabbed her. I mean, she was out. I probably never would have reached her in time. But he just dove in and went out and grabbed her and pulled her out of the water.
That's a shame.
How did she fall in?
Why is that a shame?
Well, I had to share my room with her.
What? He's such a brat. What?
How did she fall in the water?
She didn't fall in the water. She was playing in the water. But then she just got out too far.
Oh, I couldn't get in.
Yeah. And when I looked at her, I mean, I was standing right there. And then I looked at her and she had, she was bouncing, and she bounced up, and then when she went down, oh my God, she went under the water.
Oh my God.
So I started hurrying to get to her, and Jake just,
Yeah, that's too bad because I could have got more Captain Crunch out of the box, more bananas. I don't know. It's too bad.
I'm going to tell her.
Well, now what are we gonna do?
I'm going to take a shower and get some clothes on sometime today.
Okay.
I almost got drowned at Kensington Lake by Martha,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
her friend.
When we rode our bikes out there.
She dunked me, and I started choking. And
Well, you
she was going to
hated
keep
be
dunking.
dunked.
And I got up, and I just got to the where I could get my feet on the ground.
Your
underneath.
sister stopped her, too.
I was like,
Your
well,
sister said, no.
well, she didn't realize what she did,
Yeah.
but it scared the living shit out of me.
Yeah, well, your sister knew
I'm like,
that.
I don't want to get drowned here. I wouldn't have drowned. I would have been revived by somebody, but it would have been horrible. I don't want to choke.
Panic.
Yeah, I was not good with that.
Thank you.
Oh my! Oh my! So he didn't play sports. Did Uncle?
I don't
Did he play any instruments?
Play what?
Any instruments?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, Marty was he played it. Marty played baseball when he was young. That's how he got his front teeth knocked out.
Really?
See what's up, Daddy?
He always told me you did it because you were such a bully.
He was the bully.
Really? Uncle Marty was a bully?
Well, he wasn't really a bully, no. No, Marty was not a bully. No, I take that back. He was just my big brother. That's enough.
He'd bully you if you messed with you. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to mess with you because I would imagine Uncle Marty was a good fighter.
He was.
Yeah.
Some guy grabbed, when I was in high school, Baby Lou and I had gone down to the drugstore and we were coming back and it was nighttime. It was early evening, but it was dark. And these guys we knew had a bad reputation. There were I think 3 or 4 of them, and they were walking behind Betty Lou and I. And the one guy ran up behind me and grabbed my boob. And I told Uncle Marty. And the next day I was sitting in a classroom. I was a freshman, Marty was a junior or a senior. And I was sitting there and I saw this kid that grabbed my boob. I saw him walking across the field and I saw Uncle Marty go up to him and BAM! Knocked him right on his ass. Said, don't you ever touch my sister again. It was like, whoa!
That's what I lacked. I always wanted a big brother for that. So bad.
You had big sisters. I remember Racy beating up Billy Rome because he was picking on you. When you were just a little guy.
Yeah, and then I jumped in to stop her, and then I swore, and she ran home telling me, "Did you hear him? He said motherfucker." Cocksucker.
Oh no, that was a different time. That was a different time. No, I didn't say it, and I
You're wrong.
heard you.
That was the time. She
Was
was
it the time?
she was in a headlock, and I got in between and said, "Stop it!" And he put me in the headlock, and then she ran home because I was going, "Let go of me, you motherfucker!" And she went and ran home.
Okay.
Mom, did you hear Hal?
Time to click on the TV.
Really?
Yeah,
There's nothing on it. It's Sunday.
it's better than old time stories.
Just because they're not yours, that's all.
You can tell us some old time stories, John.
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Time is it?
Tell us about that girl next door to you in the window that was naked.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't either.
Tell us about the time you were in your car and you went flying through the windshield because you hit a wall. What happened? I'm imitating a guy now.
You're imitating who?
Some guy from Kansas. Oh, my dad called me up today and They were eating raccoon. Actually, I'm doing his dad. His dad calls up on the machine. He goes, "Hey, Richard, it's your dad. Yeah, poor old Bud. He got killed by a coyote last night.
Jeez.
We got some nice bass. We're smoking some jerky out back, some possum jerky. It's gonna be real good. Wish you were here.
Around here.
All right, I love you, son. Be careful of all those New Yorkers. Pretty dangerous over there." Can't figure that remote out. What kind of guy doesn't know how to work his remote? Don't feel bad, John. I'm in the same boat as you. I haven't seen the remote in
You're
years.
in the same ocean as me.
Yeah.
You get it?
It came on and off.
We both come from the other side of the pond, the